Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanos. This is episode 519, season 21. Today's date is February 28th, 2026, and welcome to the show. I have an interesting show coming up. Today, I will talk about, it was a couple. They were on the radio for many years on WBBM-AM. WBB. Let me start over. WBBM-AM 780 in Chicago. It was Bob and Betty Sanders. They were a married couple, and they did a radio show host for almost 10 years. I'll talk about their history, and Betty Sanders just passed away last week. So I'll provide some information about the show. Also, I will read a menu from Magum's Chateau restaurant that was located in Lyons, Illinois. It was a very popular place back in the day, so this will be a lot of fun. Before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Stir and Frost Cake Mix from Betty Crocker. And here's a commercial from 1977. I remember this very well. I played this commercial before, but this is a different commercial, so forgive me. All right, so sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
When a big cake is more than you need Stir and Frost.
Delicious.
This cake's a winner, Mom.
Stir and Frost, the super moist cake that comes complete. Cake mix, frosting, 5x7 pan. So convenient. Add water, stir, and bake. The frosting's already made.
This cake is too much, hon.
Nope, it's just the right size.
When a big cake is more than you need Stir and Frost.
From Betty Crocker.
Okay, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Stir and Frost cake mix from Betty Crocker. This was released in 1975. Remember the commercials very well during the 70s. My mom has bought this a few times. It was very good. It's a convenient way. It doesn't make a mess, and all you do is add water, and it includes an aluminum pan. Frosting is included, so it's very fast. About that, which is great. Let's see. I don't know what other flavors they had. For example, let me take a look real quick. They probably have vanilla, chocolate. They had, let's see, what else here? Yeah, chocolate, vanilla, maybe a pistachio. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of nice. That was discontinued until the late 80s. I don't know what the reason why. But you still buy cake mixes. People do. It's very quick. One secret, my mom does not put water in it. She puts milk, and that makes it tasty. It really does. It makes it good. But you can make homemade cake if you buy Swan Downs cake flour. That's good flour. If you want to start, you make it from scratch. Even frosting, you want to do that. Not the can, like Betty Crocker Ready to Spread or Duncan Hines. You get the idea, like that. So, it's a good memory. Okay, at the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about the radio couple. They were on WBBM-AM 780, Bob and Betty Sanders. And then I will read a menu from Mangum's. I think that's how you pronounce it. Excuse me. It's spelled Mangam _S Chateau restaurant. That was located in Lyons, Illinois. Before I get started, I posted something about my health the other day, but something has changed. But I'm not going to post right now. I got to talk to my doctor. Something came up, unexpectedly. So I will have to talk to my oncologist, and then I'll let you know, because only a few people know that. So I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Hope it's good news. We'll see. What else happened this week? I'm trying to remember. No, I can't. Oh, yeah. what happened to to this week on WGN, on TV, that there were 8 on-air personalities got laid off unexpectedly, which is uncalled for, ridiculous, and just plain stupid. That's in my opinion. I'm sorry, but that was not fair. People have to understand. Don't look at the political side of this thing. Maybe it was involved. I don't care. But these people had jobs and they had families to support, and and they got the rug pulled under them, which is terrible. That is terrible. It really was. Those people, they know me. They know about Van Chicagoland. They have spoken to me over the years. Send me messages. Some of them are not on social media a lot, but what just happened was horrific. So you got to think about that. You got to, my heart goes out to them. I hope they land on their feet and find something else. We'll see. It's totally unacceptable. I'm sorry. That's not right. It's happened to me too. Yeah. Well, the last job I worked at American Express Travel, but I had a 2-week notice. So that was good. That was fine. But I had another job years ago, about 30 years ago. They did the same thing to me. Came into work, did a little work, then they told me, go home. That was that. I sort of had an inkling what was going on, but I didn't realize it was going to be that day. But I didn't like it, but that was fine. So what a horrible way, to end everyone's career like that. Like I said before, I hope everything will be fine. We'll probably see him back on TV soon. That'd be great. I'm wishing and I'm hoping. That's a Dusty Springfield song. So, we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to talk about Bob and Betty Sanders. They were a radio pair. They had a midday program in the middle of the day. They did anchor the news. They feature interviews, which is nice. They did that in the old days of radio. Probably in New York, they had they pair not just husband and wife, but maybe a man and a woman. They did that. So they started in 1972. The program, that is, and lasted about 10 years. And then WBBM became all news. They had that. And then they moved to WCFL. Remember that? They were only there for a year, And so that was that. But Bob Sanders started in 1956. He started earlier. I don't know what he did over there. And it was a music station. So he probably was a disc jockey. And then he met Betty Sanders in 1954. She was a model. And then, so that was kind of nice. Like that. So I remember them a little bit when I was a kid. I really did remember them. I remember I heard from people mentioning their names, or one day, when you have your own radio, like a transistor radio or any type of radio, you would stumble upon and you listen to them. I probably did that, and this is a shame, because I didn't listen to their program, so that was kind of cool, like that. Let's see. So after that, I don't know what they did after they left radio. Probably retire. But I think this is what happened. According to Robert Fetter, the columnist, that WCFL, it was sold for some reason, and then they just went off the air. I don't think they wanted to stay, so I understand that. So the couple met in St. Louis, and but Betty was an actress and she worked in commercials. Okay, and then so let's see what else. And so when you were on WCFL, that was AM 1000. They were there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. Everything was fine. And then after they left, they were goodwill ambassadors for the Salvation Army, and they worked for the WMCA, which is kind of nice. And then they just retired, and they to Lake Geneva. And Bob Sanders wrote a newspaper column for many years, like that. And then Bob Sanders died, I think, on October 15th, 2013. He died. Okay. And then Betty Sanders lived, she lived for quite a while. Then she went to a retirement home. She was in good health, all that, which is great, like that. And she passed away on February 20th at the age of 93. And I think she was in Schaumburg, the village out there. That's my dad's birthday, so like that. So my God, she lived a long life. She really did. That's cool, So I'm sure she was a lovely woman. She probably was, So that's sweet. That really is. Okay. All right. Right now, I'm going to go into a commercial break. And when I come back, I'm going to read a menu from Mangum's Chateau restaurant that was located in Lyons, Illinois. So sit back and relax and enjoy the commercial, and I'll be right back with the rest of the show, folks. Thank you.
There are many good reasons to select your upholstered furniture from Homer's. We handcraft each piece with the care that makes each piece perfect. You can select any style you wish. Homer's will custom cover it. We have hundreds of fabrics. And because you're buying handcrafted furniture directly from the manufacturer, you'll save money and enjoy exceptional beauty and comfort. Homer's, with direct factory showrooms in Chicago, Lombard, and Skokie since 1912.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial. I certainly did. You have to excuse me. I'm a little tired, so I'm not as what's the word? I'm just out of breath because of the last treatment I had. So I'm going to talk to my oncologist Monday. We'll see what happens. So I just have to get plenty of rest. So I'll be okay. Okay. Right now, I'm going to talk about Magum's Chateau restaurant. I'll give you a little history of this. Okay, here we go. So that was a nightclub and theater restaurant. It was located at 7850 Ogden Avenue in Lyons, Illinois. First, it was called Chateau des Plaines. And then it was purchased by a couple. Their names were Helen and Fenton Magum in 1944. And they transform it into a premier supper club. Okay. So that's cool, like that. So according to the obituary of Helen Magum, let's see, when she died on, August 22nd, 1989. And they had, the place had big entertainment. They tried to lure like that, but every day they had other performing acts like that. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what else here. Let's see. Here we go. So they bought the place, from what I mentioned. And they had to scrape up a lot of money just to buy that. She sold her jewelry, and so they bought a little. And then originally it was called the Tower Inn. After that, and then So in 1944, they, like I said before, they bought the Des Plaines Chateau, and it wasn't in good shape. It was a mess. And then they fixed it up. It took a little time, and then the rest was history, like that. So Mr. Magum died in 1960. Well, she continued owning the place and kept the nightclub going for about 14 years. And then she sold it in 1974 to different owners, but it didn't work out. I don't know what happened. Maybe, if you sell it to another person, it's not the same because they have other ideas. Maybe that's probably what happened. And they left it. So they closed it in 1976. Then it was vacant for about a few years, and then it was destroyed by a fire. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was set. Who knows? I don't know. So what occupies that place right now? According to Google Maps or from other sources, it's a McDonald's there. I think I went to this McDonald's once when I was going for treatment at Berwyn, at the McNeil Hospital. I stopped by there, because I was kind of hungry. And I had to go somewhere in that area. And I stopped there. So I didn't realize it was Magum Chateau, So that's interesting. A few more things about this. They had the dining rooms consisted of the crystal room, the chat room. They had the casino room. I don't know if they had casinos there. I don't think so. And feature, they had the regular chorus line. Lounges, they had the Chantilly Lounge or the Unique Cypress Bar. And they had private events, if you want a private party. One was called the Cypress Room and the Crown Room. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Okay. So right now I'm going to read a menu from Magum's Chateau. I have it right here. So here we are. Okay. It's very easy. I don't know what year it's from exactly. So I will read the prices. I promise. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so here we go. They had relishes and appetizers. That's what's underneath. Shrimp cocktail, $1.25. Tomato juice cocktail, 50 cents. Fruit supreme, I don't know what that is, $1.25. Mixed olives, 65 cents. Stuffed celery, $1.25. Hearts of celery, 65 cents. Antipasto, $1.50. Herring, 75 cents. Cherry stone clams, half a dozen, $1. Blue points, half a dozen, $1. Hors d'oeuvres, I don't know what it consisted of, cost $1. And garlic bread a la Mangam, 25 cents. They had soups, onion soup, 60 cents. Chicken broth, 50 cents. Cream of tomato, 50 cents. Potatoes, they had a gratin, 50 cents. Cottage fried, 50 cents. Hash brown, 45 cents. French fried, 30 cents. And Lyons, 50 cents. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. My throat's dry. Vegetables, they had string beans, 25 cents. Stewed tomatoes, 35 cents. Asparagus, 75 cents. Fresh fried onions, $1. Peas, 25 cents. Salads, they had French endive, 75 cents. Limestone lettuce, 75 cents. Lettuce, plain lettuce, 25 cents. Chicken, $2.50 is with a salad. Sliced tomatoes, 50 cents. Shrimp, $2.75. Chef salads bowl, between 50 and $1, maybe what size you wanted. Lobster, $3. Roquefort cheese dressing added 50 cents. It's always do that. Other dressings, 25 cents. Okay, I'll get to desserts later. Okay. So let's go for the menu. Here's dinner. They had tomato juice, grapefruit juice, shrimp cocktail, 50 cents, marinated herring, chopped chicken livers, soup du jour, fruit cup, 50 blue points, 50 cents, little neck clams, 50 cents, cottage cheese, relish, and of course the Chateau garlic bread a la Magum, they have the prices, but I'm just gonna I'm not gonna. They have it under a la carte or complete dinner, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to read the complete dinner because that's too much information like that. So that's okay. All right, so here we go. Whole broiled live lobster. This is complete dinner, $6.50. Broiled Lake Superior whitefish, Maitre D Hotel, $3. Filet of sole tartar sauce, $3. Frog legs, sauté meuniere, $3.95. Sauté rainbow trout, melted butter, $3. Fried deep sea scallops, tartar sauce, $3. Broiled jumbo lobster tail, melted butter, $4.25. Lobster a la Newburgh, $4.25. Florida Pompano, sauté meuniere, $4. Country fried chicken, sauté style, $3.25. Roast young tom turkey with chef's dressing, cranberries, $3.25. Baked ham, Cumberland sauce, $3.75. Roast Long Island duckling, $3.25. Roast prime rib of beef, au jus, $4. Broiled prime sirloin steak, $5.75. Broiled sirloin steak during your cut, $6.75. Double prime sirloin steak for $2, $13. Broiled prime filet mignon with mushrooms, $5.75. And broiled prime porterhouse steak, $6.75. Broiled prime T-bone steak, $6.25. Chicken livers and mushrooms, $3. Broiled lamb chops, $3.75. Broiled prime club steak, $4.75. Pork chops, regular, $3. And pepper steak and casserole, $3.75. And it comes with chef's salad bowl, French or garlic dressing, French fried potatoes, rolls of butter with above a la carte orders. Okay. It says garniture. Let me spell this. Garnitur. Garniture? Sorry. That's like Béarnaise sauce, Bordelaise sauce, almondine or garlic butter, or broiled mushrooms, $1. Rufford cheese, dressing, 50 cents. You get that. Served with French vegetables or baked whipped French fried potatoes. Chef salad or lettuce. Okay. All right. We'll get to desserts in a minute. Okay. I wonder if it's the same thing. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is the same thing. Never mind. All right. Let's see what else. They had other chef suggestions. Barbecue ribs served with French fries and coleslaw, $2.75. Barbecue chicken, $2.75. Same side orders. Chicken a la king, made with pure cream, fresh mushrooms, and casserole toast, $2.50. Chicken in a skillet, country salad, French fries, chef salads for $2.75. Fried shrimps, $2.50, served with tartar sauce and French fries. Fried half chicken on toast, $2.50. Long branch potatoes with chef's salad bowl. Special steak sandwich on toast. Long branched potatoes, chef's salad bowl, $2.50. Tenderloin steak sandwich, $2.75 on toast. Long branched potatoes with chef's salad bowl. Pork barbecue sandwich, $1.50. Same side order. Beef barbecue sandwich, $1.50. Same side order. Barbecue smoked ham sandwich, $1.75. Chopped beef sandwich, $1.50. The same. Grilled pork chop sandwich, $1.50. Italian spaghetti with meatballs, $1.75. And ham or bacon and eggs, $2.50, with French fried potatoes, toast, and currant jelly. Okay, that sounds good. Sandwiches. Club sandwich, $1.50. Ham sandwich, $0.75. Chicken, $1. Chicken salad, $1. American cheese, 75 cents. Pork, 75 cents. Toasted cheese, $1. Beef, 75. Bacon and tomato, 85 cents. Salami, 75 cents. Denver, 85 cents. Fried ham, $1. Ham or bacon and egg, $1. Lettuce and tomatoes, 75. Corned beef, 85 cents. And cold prime rib of beef, $2.50. Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's see. Desserts. They had assorted pies, 35 cents. Ice cream or sherbet, 35 cents. Pie a la mode, 45 cents. Chocolate sundae, 45 cents. Parfait, 65 cents. Cheesecake, 35 cents. Rum cake, 35 cents. Fresh strawberry parfait, 75 cents. And the fresh strawberry sundae, 75 cents. Okay. Cheeses, they had Camembert, 50 cents. Liederkranz, 50 cents. Cream cheese, 50 cents. Roquefort, 60 cents. Beverages, they had coffee, 20 cents. Boston coffee, 30. Grade 8 milk, 20 cents. And tea, 25 cents. Okay. Let's see if there's something else. Yeah. They had sherbet, or orange or lime sherbet, rum cake, jello, ice cream, which I mentioned. Chocolate sundae, if you want that. Okay, let's see what else. I'm missing something. Okay. They had liqueurs and cordials. I'm not going to read that. You know, they have the usual, like brandy, vodka, applejack. You know, you get the idea. Cream de cow, like that. They had anisette, cream de menthe, green or white, if you like. Brandies, rums, you know, you get the idea. They did have wines and champagnes, imported and domestic. Okay. Soft drinks they had, and beer. Here's beers and soft drinks. So I'm going to read that off real quick. Budweiser, 55 cents. Schlitz, 55 cents. Miller High Life, 55 cents. Pryor, 70 cents. Van Merit, 70. Canada Dry, 50 cents. Coca-Cola, 50. Mountain Valley, 50. 7-Up, 50. And Ale, 65 cents. Okay, so you get the idea. All right, so that sounded like a very nice place. And everything sounded delicious. It's too bad it's gone. You know, we need more supper clubs. But, you know, times have changed. People don't do that stuff. That's how it is. Okay, so that's it for this show. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the radio husband and wife team. They were on the radio, that is, on WBBM-AM 780, Bob and Betty Sanders. They had an afternoon talk show for about 10 years. Then I read a menu from the Magum's Chateau restaurant that was located 7050 West Ogden Avenue in Lyons, Illinois. Okay, this podcast. This podcast will be published later on today. It'll be available at any apps on your phone or your tablets or your desktop. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Good Pods, Podbean, Breaker, Overcast, iHeartRadio. If you have those apps on your phone, tap them. Tap follow. You receive a notification on the latest episodes on any device. If you have CarPlay in your phone, you can listen in the car. Use Spotify. Or use Spotify and your TV. Excuse me a second. My throat's dry. Spotify on your TV. You can listen to that. Or on YouTube. And also you can listen on my blog, www.vanishchicagoland.blog. Also, it's on YouTube, and again and again and again. People always ask me, I want to listen to your podcast. Where can I listen to your podcast? I need a link to your podcast. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in the search, type in Pete Costanis or Vanish Chicagoland Stories. Click subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You'll receive a notification of the latest episode. All the episodes are there, you know. If you need help finding it, send me a message. I will try to send you a link, and I'll tell you where you can find it. Also, it'll be shared on my social media accounts: Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Threads, Instagram. What's the other one? Blue Sky and TikTok. I'll have the links. Okay, so that's it. Will I do another podcast tomorrow? Maybe. We'll see. I'll let you know later on today. I'll go work on this one. Okay. So this is Pete Costanis, your host for Vanish Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying to feel better. I'm sorry, I sound a little exhausted. I'm just not feeling well. So I got to rest. Okay. So everyone have a great day. It's a little chilly. So here is bye-bye for me, and here is another bye-bye from our famous Chicago legend and good guy Ray Rayner with a little traveling music saying bye-bye-bye. Okay. So take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon, and have a great day. Thank you.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.